Hello and welcome to Derp channel. We are making my character for Anime D&D. I figured stream and record it. So far, I'm making a Nekajin, which is a cat person, samurai, named Baudette Mcfiggins. And so far, my ability scores are Strength 16, Dexterity 14, Constitution 10, Intelligence 7, Wisdom 13, and Charisma 11. Figured I'd do some kind of intro. If I'm gonna... I need to find another pencil. So I apparently lost the one I was using yesterday. Nope, it's on the floor. How to get there? No idea. Because it's not even right by me.
And you get +2 dexterity from your race.
So +4?
You know, you like +2 as in +2 ability points.
Yeah, I already have a +2.
Okay. So if you already added those, then you actually have 77 out of the 80 points.
Or no,
I did not realize you added that already.
No, I added it just because of what my dexterity score was.
No, it's +2 to your dexterity score. From being the Mcfiggins. That's why I'm mentioning that.
So then it's a 16?
Yes.
And
that does not affect your actual points available, because that's already part of the Mcfiggins race.
So that would make it a +3?
Correct. Then a level 1 samurai, I'll mention what things you get just in case. You have double initiative bonus. So I think that actually does cancel out and you get 2 more points, so that's going to be 5 out of the 80. So you have up to 5 points that you can use free. Any extra will cost a dex.
I'm trying to pull up the page. There it is.
You could get a pocket dimension. That doesn't mean you should, though. All the string being able to make a 10-foot radius pocket dimension, you could absolutely have a pocket dimension that you just sleep in.
Is that one of the attributes?
Yes. Pocket dimension, basically, the larger it is, the potential that it could act as a let's see, where was it? Dream world, blah blah. But yeah, as long as it's large enough, it can act as a sanctuary.
So at first level, I get edge. So
you also get that from being negligent, which is why I mentioned the fact that you can either switch what the edge is for, what other thing you get advantage for,
yep,
essentially, or you can exchange those 2 points for something else.
I'll exchange it if I already have it.
Yeah, I will double check, make sure I'm correct about that. Because no samurai gets the Nikajin also gets the edge initiative. So yeah, I was correct on that. Like, normally you would only get, like, 1 point, but I'm not going to worry about that. And being a samurai, you do have proficiency in all armor, weapons, and shields.
So should I just put all under armor for proficiencies?
Might as well, honestly.
And weapons.
You could just, for that, you could write simple martial like it normally does, or you could just write all.
Simply.
I think simple martial would be better just in case the guns come into play.
But armor all.
Yeah, armor all should be fine, because there isn't be anything higher than heavy armor.
And just go along with the character sheet proficiency bonus.
Yeah. Your proficiency bonus is a +2, and so... What was the question about the proficiency bonus?
Just what it would be.
Yeah. First through fourth level is +2, fifth through eighth is +3, ninth through 12th is +4, and basically every 4 levels is whatever the next highest, next rounded 4 would be. So basically, first to fourth, since the fourth is the next closest 4, it's +2, etc.
I just figured it'd be easier to just go by the character sheet for the recording. So starting off with 10 health.
10 plus your Constitution modifier.
I don't
So
have
your
a
Constitution modifier is 0. I was about to say. Then yes, it is 10.
Armor class.
Depends on the armor.
That'd be
But if you're, as of right now, since you're not wearing any armor, it is 10 plus your dexterity modifier.
so 13. Energy points.
I don't think you have anything that requires energy right now, and I'm not sure exactly what energy is, so...
Movement speed.
I believe it's 30 feet, but I have to double check. Because you might be faster because you're necrogen.
Yeah, I saw something about that. 30.
Okay, it's just 30.
Yeah.
It's just 30.
I was saying the heightened senses and thought that had.
And that's heightened senses hearing.
And then the special movement, which allows them to always land on their feet.
Basically, half damage from fall damage.
And then no weapons, equipment, treasure, background yet. Background, I do have a book that has like a table for all of your background stuff that we can eventually use for characters, for those that can't decide.
Right.
It's a very in-depth book. I'll probably use it for mine. And then attributes.
I know, you have only 3 points. That's right. Because, okay. I had to make sure I had the math right on that, because I just realized that I subtracted the 2 from thinking you already added the dex, but then realized you didn't, so. So yeah, attributes, you've got 3 points that you can spend. If you spend more, you'll just have to take some defense. Uh, Main things, let's get the race attributes quickly. You have Edge for initiative, which is rank 2 attribute. You have Dark Vision up to 60 feet.
1 second. I'm writing it down. Okay.
So you got up to the Dark Vision, right?
Yep.
Heightened Senses Healing. You've got Mulligan X4. And cat-like movements.
What was the second part about Mulligan?
You've got 4 of them. 4 rerolls per session.
So points?
Points 2.
Yeah, the rerolls is partly why I chose a Necogen.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because of all my bad rolls. And what was the last one?
Cat-like reflexes. Technically not what it's called, but I'm just going to call it that anyways because it works.
Okay. Issue of actually writing stuff down and not just typing it in. It takes a little longer.
Alright.
And I don't typically write so much, so my hand's getting used to it. Okay.
And now we'll go through the attributes to see if there's any other ones you want to add.
Do you know the page for it?
Page 92. Technically 90 is where it first starts, but 92 is where they actually become readable.
And how many can I choose? 3?
You have 3 points, but you can use more, you just have to take more defense. Basically, the more features you add, the more attributes you add, the more defense you have to take, so...
Think I saw Samurai already gets 2 weapons eventually. Yeah.
They... Actually, that's a great question. Let me double check.
I think I saw that.
Combat technique. Yeah, 2 weapons comes at 5th level.
So, no real need for the 2 weapons if I'm already gonna get it.
Those you also get judge opponents, critical strike, blind fighting, and extended range. Some can be taken multiple times, I believe.
I'm debating on two. One of them, if I do both, I'd have 3 defects. If I do one of them, I'd just have 2.
Well, it depends on how many points they take.
I was thinking critical strike and companion.
Okay, so 3 points of defects.
I was also thinking doing both and taking the 3 defects.
You can also create your own combat technique if you can think of one.
I can't. I'm not that creative.
Well, with companion, and go to page 214 for a second because you get up to 10 points to build your companion.
It's not on 214 that I can see. Or Neo March, that's what it's looking for.
Oh, it's 214.
That's where the monsters and NPCs start, but it says what you'd use for a companion is Neomorphs, which starts on 230.
Oh, you get 60 points. That's what it is. It's 50 plus 10 per rank. So basically an NPC controlled by the GM. Oh, lordy. So review chapter 11, page 214 for companion examples, such as neomorphs and monsters.
Let's see. I think there's more in the Volstavia book too.
So, and technically, you could also have it be another Decogen, but like the Panthera version. Like, you could absolutely do that.
How about, or instead of that, do the cousin of the Necogen, the Necomata. It's in the Volstavia book.
You absolutely could. I can double check something.
These neomorphs are prized companions for almost every sort of adventure. They are every inch as proud and independent as both non-magical felines and their larger folk relations. Wild Nikomata live in small wilderness tribes on every continent except Arzum. They are obligated carnivores that prey on all the same creatures that wildcats hunt. Civilized Nekomata demand attention and affection, but readily help their partners with tasks that larger folk find difficult, including their theft and observation. Nekomata share the arachnous fascination with magic, though they would claim that Arachnus learned the interest from Necomata.
Ooh. And the question is, would it be a battle or a pet?
There is no option. There's only
I know
one.
for Necomata there isn't. But I'm just saying, like, would it be a companion that doesn't necessarily fight, or a companion that fights?
Let's, for now, say pet.
Okay. So do you want to go with the Necomata, or do you want to go with one of the ones in the book that I have easy access to currently?
I'll go with one of the ones you have access to. I'll go with the Nue.
The Nue.
That was my other idea. The monkey.
Yeah, is that one of the... No, that's one of the monsters, isn't it?
It's one of the neomorphs. On page 234.
There it is. Whereas you can just straight up go with what it says, because that is exactly 60 points. Which makes it that much easier.
I just realized that most of the neomorphs are actually based on cryptids. Real life cryptids. Like the Nue, the Necomata. So that would go under attributes as well?
Yeah, you want to stick with it.
Yeah.
You can still look at other things first before you decide.
I think I'll go with it. That and Critical Strike were the only ones that really stuck out to me for a samurai. That
You
means
better hope it doesn't get hits. Because, my god.
or what?
You better hope it doesn't get hits.
Very low health.
3d6 minus 2.
That means I have to take 2 defects.
2 points worth of defect, yeah. It could just be 1 defect in the end.
Depending on the point. What pages are defects? So I have
And
to.
they're after attributes, so it's page 132.
I have an idea, but I want you to maybe have one other person do
What is your idea?
a blind fury.
Oh.
I want you to have somebody else try to do something where, like, they're very attached to the new way. Because my idea was that part being if anybody tries to touch her companion, or the new A. She goes into a blind rage.
So, what level would you say your blind fury is? If you put it higher, you can take more attributes. You think it's just -2, or as basically, how difficult would you say it is to get into your blind fury?
I'd say let's do the 4 points.
Okay, so it's so basically, this kind of a scaling increase to your blind fury, and scaling decrease as long as depending on who and how long your new eye is being touched. Would be correct.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's why I was like, as long as have somebody else to kind of play along with that.
I could definitely use that as well.
And to revert it back to her state, like normal cat fashion, have them like rub behind their ears or something.
With a little bell.
Or distract them with a flashlight.
It'll definitely be kind of interesting.
Then I also get easily distracted as a defect too.
Which you already have that.
Yeah, I'm putting it down on my sheet.
Got it.
Which would play into the blind fury. It just goes into blind fury, and then in order to get out of it, it just needs to get distracted. Okay, then I get do 2 more attribute points on.
I probably could go a point in tough to get 10% more health. And or what I did is I put 1 point in regeneration to regain hit points per round. But I only put it at 1, but the main thing is by the time the next battle would happen, I would be fully regenerated most likely.
I'll do that too. 1 point in regeneration.
And then you could add an extra skill proficiency, which, by the way, as a samurai, you get 1 tool proficiency and 3 skill proficiencies. The skill proficiencies are your choice. But you can also take, for example, a +1 AC boost. That would happen no matter what armor you're wearing. So if you're wearing the heavy armor where you don't get the dexterity bonus, you still get the +1 AC.
I'll do that.
Alright, so now your base AC is 11. Whatever extra thing you get is, as you know, armors generally say like their AC is 13 or whatever. Basically, minus 10 from that, and that's how much AC it has.
So 11 plus dexterity would make it 14.
Correct. So your AC without armor right now is 14.
And I have to look at the skills. Of course, there's the Attack on Titan gear. I just happened to turn to that page.
Okay, no, I have it regenerating 2 hit points per round. But the main thing is, since I'm a ninja, I should hopefully be staying out of direct conflict as much. Well, maybe not. Maybe I should get better AC.
And with the whole blind theory, I was thinking of like just a whole entertainment factor. Since I will probably be streaming both games, unless if I'm playing while I'm at work.
Well, let's see if there's armor listed in here, because that'd be nice. We got some good armor stuff.
Or so I wouldn't have any more if I put regeneration and then the armor class. So I don't have any more points.
Yeah, you don't have any more points. Basically, you would have to take a defect at this point to gain a thing. So what kind of armor do you think you would be wearing?
I need to find the list of armor.
198.
Probably, I guess, I have it all, or proficiency on all types.
Yeah, you can use any kind of armor.
I'm just going with like a samurai would be. Probably not like a full plate of armor.
Not like the plate armor. You might be wearing just hide, kind of a variance on hide armor. Because if you know from history, samurai would often use a armor made from paper. I'm not sure where that would fit in AC wise now I think about it. But that paper was actually very strong.
Yep.
I'd probably put it closer to like scale mail, but without the disadvantage.
I'll do that.
would add 3 to your armor. I would call it something along the lines of samurai armor, honestly. But I would call it a medium armor versus a heavy armor. That's for sure. So you only get +2 from your dexterity, which is why that AC +1 definitely came in handy.
So what would my...
So it would be 14 plus 3 in the end.
So
For a
17.
total of 17. And I'm guessing no shield.
With the fact that katanas are usually two-handed.
Katana is in... Actually, I doesn't say if it's two-handed or not.
Just going with normal Japanese history.
Alright,
normally is.
I'm just saying. Yeah, there's no limiter, so I'm guessing it's not two-handed. It doesn't have any... But it does 2d4 damage. You don't have to use katana directly, to be fair. Although 2d4 is more reliable than the d8, to be fair.
Yeah, I'll just do the katana.
Okay. There's also the Wakizashi, which, let me pull up a picture of that.
Yeah, it's the defense katana. More used for defense. I know that because of Rurouni Kenshin.
A blade between 30 and 60 centimeters. As a backup or auxiliary sword. So you have that as well. But I'm going to say that right now, you'll have that one as well. I'm not worried about points for this. I'm just stating that people would most likely have armor and weapons, whether it be provided to them by an organization or just from training.
Dude. So far, samurai armor medium, katana. I'm also putting the damage in, so don't have to look it up. And then wakizashi.
Yeah, the wakizashi. Meanwhile, I'm not going to have a weapon because I am the weapon.
I'm debating
I will go with studded leather armor.
I'm debating on when should I show Little Mike that anime. Parasite.
Right. I need to watch that, honestly.
It's one of my favorites. Or favorite, like, probably top 20.
You know, I would probably have a shield as well. Just due to the fact that I can't necessarily use range as well.
Then I also get strength and wisdom saving throw proficiencies. I'm looking at the samurai. 3 skill proficiencies. Where would I find the skills?
For skills related on the character sheet directly?
No, I meant, like, just, like in the book. For my proficiencies.
You know, I didn't actually look at the other skills that are available in Anime 5e. Now I think about it.
Because
I just put the default ones.
Because I get 3 proficiency skills with the samurai. I guess we can both look.
Right.
Now, the extra characters I have might be a little different because it's not Anime 5e, it's the older version, the BESM.
Okay.
But it looks kind of similar.
It should, as long as the game mechanics are similar enough, then we're fine.
Would that be or their skill proficiencies? It's on page 113.
113 are where all the skills are?
Yeah, the proficiencies, yeah. Then it explains it on 114.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So I don't have disadvantage in perception because of being blind.
Mm-hmm.
But I should have a total of 5 proficiencies.
What are my highs? Strength and dexterity.
There's actual seduction.
Charisma is my 3rd lowest score. That isn't what I was looking at.
I just saw that, so I'm just like, hey, how can I gotta mention this? Probably still gonna put athletics. Probably climbing. Me.
There's only one skill that takes strength.
Yeah. It's the same as regular D&D with it.
So I was gonna try to do one skill for each of my highest attributes, but I really don't want artisan.
I mean, since you're a necrogen, you could just go climbing as well.
I already did acrobatics.
Well, acrobatics is different climbing. Because acrobatics is feats of agility, like balancing, jumping, flipping, contorting, and reacting quickly. Climbing is the ability to traverse vertical surfaces with or without the use of dedicated climbing equipment.
Right now, artisan is dexterity, not strength. That's athletics. That I was looking at.
Probably focus for me. Focus someone.
Everyone I decide I want ends up being intelligence, and that's my lowest score.
Okay, maybe not that. Maybe not that either. To be fair, after the fourth level, you can start to gain points in intelligence. Just slowly get smarter and smarter.
I was just going with the whole fact that she's supposed to be very ganky and also easily distracted, so low intelligence would be good.
Fair enough. Controlled breathing, probably, for mine. What's that? Con.
I do keep looking at the seduction and thinking maybe. Jokingly.
Like, maybe.
It'd be a very ditzy seduction with that intelligence.
Maybe street sense for me. Like, I want to be blind, I have blind sights. And that's just... And blind sight only goes out to 30 feet, so it doesn't matter. Because it's still a disadvantage in the end. But that's why he has disadvantage on perception, because unless it's within 30 feet, he's not like going to see it. He might hear it, but he's not going to see it.
Hey, I'm gonna do my third one will be animal handling.
Honestly fair. Why give him the blind guy navigation? Actually, I should go stealth.
That'd have to be echolocation, not navigation.
+4. I decided to go stealth. Athletics, climbing, focus, controlled breathing, and stealth. I have an extra one because I got one extra proficiency.
Basically, with Caitlin's character for my campaign, since she's gonna be it sometimes, I was thinking of her, and she wants to be a princess, making her just the princess of one of the kingdoms that you guys go into at the beginning.
Right. And then class-wise, you would probably end up being what? Either magical girls or maybe even dynamic spellbinder or broker. I think broker would make the most sense.
I think for mine, chaotic good.
That sounds about right.
I knew it was going to be something chaotic. Especially with the blind fury.
I would probably be lawful neutral, just purely because the way I have him coming getting East Guide. He grew up in a dojo that his parents ran, otherwise had a regular life. At high school, he didn't take over the dojo, but unknown to him, his father had massive gambling debts that loan sharks come to collect on. Ran took one out, was struck down by a blow to the back of the head. When he came to, he was unable to see, but he could sense his surroundings. And the idea is that after he was knocked out, he was summoned to the other world, already half dead. And that's why he's a parasite. Because that was the way to
And
explain why he's a parasite. Basically, it's another being attached to him to give him life.
Yep. Are you okay with if I have it be where you aren't attached to a human being right away? What do you
Well, yeah,
like?
I kind of have to be.
Like,
That's why I said.
or well,
I
I was just gonna have it be like just kind of simple, like that's the first thing you have to do. I'll have a human there that you can attach to. Just logic standpoint in my mind. Like you can have somebody to attach to right away.
So he's the parasites. He became the parasites upon translocation.
Yeah. Unless you're what? Unless if you want it the other way is fine too. I didn't know what you had planned.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. Just like he grew up in the dojo in our world. When he came to after dying, I guess, he's already attached with the parasites that gave him life back. So he still has to get used to the parasites. So it's not like he's been with the parasites since birth or whatever. No, this is news to this world.
I think my character's pretty much done. I don't have any magic, psionics, or spellcasting. Yeah, no energy points. Description can be filled out as I go. Stupid phone. Better we did this today than tomorrow, because tomorrow, as soon as I wake up, I'm going to be watching Yakuza.
Fair enough.
Because that comes out tomorrow. For next week's Pokemon, since we're looking at an earlier session, it's not going to be complicated. It's just going to be the Magikarp and Mount Moon encounter. So it won't take that long.
Right. I should. What was I going to ask?
And I already have tonight's session planned, so.
Oh, yeah. So I found a defect that works better than the original one that I was thinking of to switch it to. Rather than the defect known as accountability, I switched it to obligated. And he has a moderate obligation to the organization that's giving him the parasites and subject to moderate punishments. So basically, sometimes he might be assigned a assassination job because while he's a ninja, he's more so of an assassin.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if I refuse to follow through with contract, I am subject to punishment. And that fight is neutral and not good or evil. Anyways, I'll get back on later. I don't think there's anything else that I need to worry about for mine.
And I can ask Mike tonight if he has any questions. Since I know he's more of a physical book type of person.
I think it is 1d8 plus 5.
But what event or soon we should get, like maybe next weekend, everybody on just to finalize characters, both groups, just so it's ready to go.
You know, you can that doesn't work too well for me, but thankfully since my character is already done and you got the basic idea of my backstory.
Or it doesn't even have to be a weekend, because it can be a weekday.
Oh, by the way, don't forget that part where he took out one of the loan sharks, so you can absolutely have the parasite that's attached to my character be that loan shark.
I'll think it, or I'll probably need a reminder, because I don't plan on start planning until I get a rough estimate of the map.
Yeah, fair enough.
And also, Mike does have some books for me that is currently at his work that his wife will need to stop by and grab once his boss is in. which just adds like extra items, extra monsters, and stuff like that. And I think the book of characters is actually pretty close to the. Now that I'm looking at it again, is close to the regular character sheet.
Yeah, if I'm reading it correctly, I believe the parasite's sharp blades are so basically. I think I got this right. Basically, if you have parasite create sharp blades, it would do 2d8 plus strength because of the massive damage luster. I might be wrong on that. But that is one of those things that is up to the interpretation of the player and the I believe, is listed somewhere. Yeah, the broad rules do not account for the specific way an attribute functions in each game campaign, since it can vary from group to group. So would you say that as long as I'm using the blade, it does 2d8 plus 4, and the unarmed attack would do 1d8 plus 5? Because I don't have any unarmed attack other than the blade.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
Yep.
Okay. Just means that you can use it in that same way against stuff. Right?
Yep. And the idea of using this for your guys' one shots is to also, because I'll probably use them as NPCs in the actual campaign.
Right.
And for sure use the ones that you guys play as. I mean, one of them's literally just a mech. Where is it? Just a minute ago. I saw it just a minute ago. I think they have pretty much one of every class and race. Tora Crux. The giant living robot. That's his race. Giant living robot.
Yep, fair enough. I suppose, yeah, you could technically actually have a homebrewed race.
Also, I think
as long as you follow the rules for creating a race.
I think in the BESM, which is the first, second, third, fourth editions, there are other races in those, or other classes that can be used. And I think that's probably where the living robot came from. I haven't really looked at those too much. Mainly because those don't have as many pictures. The BESM stands for Big Eyes, Small Mouth. Uh, we're both pretty much done. Thank you to whoever came to watch. Join us later for Pokemon and One Piece. Pokemon will be about 7:30. One Piece will be close to soon after. And join us tomorrow for Yakuza. Bye.